So, Libra, I feel like you're moving on to a new phase or a new cycle in your life. And it's bigger than just a new job or new, place to live or um, something like that. It's like your whole self is shifting. You're perceiving the world from a different view or a different angle. You're perceiving your life in a new way. Um, there have been some changes that have come about maybe in the last couple months and that will continue to happen for you in the coming year that is really going to alter your perception. And I want to say your self-worth and also your confidence is going to be something that is shifting and growing, and it's almost like, if I can use like a example, it would be like a small seed that suddenly grows roots and becomes a tree. It's like where you didn't really have self-confidence, or where you were too concerned about how others may perceive you or what they think of you. This is a time when you're strong and you're firm and you've got strong foundations regardless of what anyone else wants or thinks. I feel like you've been too tied up in others' perceptions of you instead of really focusing on what you want for yourself. And it may have already started in the last couple months, but this month, it's kind of like it's like the catalyst for what's coming in the coming year. As far as setting those roots and finding your foundation and finding your self-worth and conviction within yourself to go after and manifest what it is you truly desire for yourself in your life. Okay? So with that said, there's something here about a disappointment that took place in the past where you felt someone used you or betrayed you in some way, took advantage of you is what I really want to say, took advantage of you in some way. You felt like you had this tie to them, some obligation to them, and you're setting yourself free from that this month. That's one message. Another message I'm getting is, for some of you, you've had a desire or a dream, an ambition or a goal in mind, but you haven't actually went after it because you've lacked that self-confidence and self-assuredness to go after what it is that you truly want to do or what you truly want to be. And I feel like some people may kind of put you down, not put you down, but may tell you, oh, you can't do this, or what, that's crazy, that would be too challenging, it's too much work. And really what it is, it's just kind of petty jealousy, or, you can't allow their opinions to affect your life decisions. Because, there's this feeling of you've been bored. You're kind of bored with what you're doing, or there's this dissatisfaction somewhere in your life, whether it's relationships or a job or even where you live. You're getting back to your truth, and you're looking and analyzing yourself and saying, this is what I've always wanted to do, and maybe I've set it aside, and maybe I even forgot for a while. But this month, you're revisiting it, and you're saying, you know what? I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to try for it. For some of you, there is new job opportunities coming in. I feel that you've been tied to a particular job or a position where you have felt like you were taken advantage of, or, they haven't really appreciated your work and you're dissatisfied because of that. And again, you're getting back to, okay, I've tried so many different jobs or positions or what have you, and I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not satisfied. And you're really asking yourself, what is it that I really want to do? And you're going to go after it. And again, I see success with that. Again, there's this shift in perception of what you're capable of doing and what, taking that action, taking the risk. Whereas in the past, you would have been too afraid to do so. You're looking back on your past and you're saying, I've lived for my children, I've lived for my family, I've lived for other people and their satisfaction and their happiness, worried so much about their perceptions of me, perhaps. And now you're deciding to invest in yourself, which is good. It's going to be a positive change for you, and it brings about emotional healing, spiritual healing even. Okay. Let's pull some clarifying cards here. I want to look at the Five of Swords, which is the card that I'm seeing that discusses some sense of deception or jealousy that may be present or has been present in the past. Yeah. This talks about overcoming that, whatever it is, jealousy, some deception, even self-deception. But I see it really as somebody being deceptive with you or taking advantage of you. You've had some, feelings about this that you haven't openly expressed, and you've been feeling kind of left out or feeling like, I want to say, not fitting in. Or that this position, whatever it may be, a job or a relationship or something, it just doesn't suit you. You've stayed consistent and persevered through this, but with this new change that's coming about for you, it's bringing actual fortune and good luck. It's almost like a promise that if you go after what it is you truly desire and you take a leap of faith in yourself and you trust in yourself, it's going to bring about positive turn of events. Okay. So you can go from, you have a choice. You can either stay where you're at and be miserable. Okay. And also, if you look at this card, this man, he's looking at these three cups that are in front of him. I know this has been explained before in other videos, but it really pertains to this particular reading. He's not focused on what's being offered to him. And it's like a spiritual blessing. This cup is coming out of the sky. He's so focused on what he has before him that he's not seeing the blessing that is being offered to him. And the blessing for you is that self-love, that self-acceptance, and that confidence in order to go after what it is you truly want. You have to have that in order to accept this cup. So anyway, you could stay there in that mind space, or you can move into this space. Miss Moneybags here, floating out of the air, blessings coming in if you take that leap of faith in yourself. Okay? So that's what I have for the general reading. I'm going to move into the singles. Reading for the singles for the month of December. We have the Knight of Wands, Six of Cups, Four of Cups, King of Wands, the Tower, Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So for my single Libras, what you're truly desiring in a relationship is one that is more give and take. There's someone from the past, can be a fire sign. That would be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. There was a breakup in this relationship, or there will be some type of dismantling of this relationship in the month of December. I don't necessarily think it's a romantic relationship at this point, but it's someone you've known for quite some time where there was some hope that you could make something manifest with this person. And you realize that this month, this person isn't who they said they were, or they're not completely honest. Okay. And I feel like this person, they're the kind where they kind of jump around a lot. You know, it's like they see something they want and they go after it wholeheartedly. But then, you know, their feelings are a bit shallow and fickle, and they'll go from one relationship to the next. Okay. They're not the kind of partner that you ultimately truly desire. And you're understanding that this month. I see you emotionally disconnecting from this person because you've kind of been waiting for something to happen with this person and it's not materializing. And you're realizing, again, there's something deceptive about this person. And there's some type of sudden event where you say, okay, I see how this person really is now. I'm not going to chase this person anymore. I'm not going to wait for this person anymore. I'm going to go on and do my thing. Find the right partner for me. There is a potential water sign. So that would be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. And this person is very loving, very nurturing, wears their heart on their sleeve. This person is the right partner for you. This is the person that you would emotionally be fulfilled and connected with. The fire sign person, whoever this is, again, they're just very fickle and they're in and out of your life, you know. But this water sign who may be coming in this month, or they may have already come in, but again, there's no romantic connection there yet. They're there and they're wanting something with you, but you're not going to initially recognize that they want something on a romantic level with you because you're so focused on losing this relationship with this other person, or it not panning out the way you wanted it to. So look out for that, because there is someone else that's coming in or that has already come in and they have strong feelings for you. And this could manifest into a long-term relationship with substance, if you allow it to. Just don't dwell on the past is the big message here. Don't dwell on the past. This person is going to be able to offer you the give and take that you're looking for in a partner. Okay? Because they have a deeper understanding and emotional maturity that, you know, that they can offer you. Let's look at the Tower card in the center, which I feel is in regards to the breakup of this connection with the fire sign. Yeah, again, you know, the cards are just saying this is someone that Maybe you were hoping for this kind of commitment. We have the wife card. So it can be either you wanted to be committed as the wife or you wanted to make them your wife. But there's some communication that you're receiving from this partner or this person, and it helps you wise up and realize the truth of this situation. Okay? And that's the Tower. It's a sudden revelation. I want to look at the Seven of Swords here. Yeah, again, we have the Tower in this deck that came up on the Seven of Swords, which is the card of deception. Someone's lack of faithfulness. Again, this person is very fickle and shallow. So there's lack of faithfulness from this person in general, not just towards you, but towards most of their relationships. And you find yourself single, or you find yourself not seeking this relationship as you once did, because of this sudden Tower event that breaks down this relationship. Okay? But again, look out for that water sign that's coming in, because I feel like that person is going to have something really beautiful to offer you if you're open to it. Okay, so now we're going to look at coupled Librans. Sorry, I'm having like such a hard time shuffling tonight. Oops. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. Again, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Devil, Three of Cups, Nine of Rods, Six of Rods, and the Two of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords again. So remember that this is a general reading. It does not apply to everyone, but I tend to believe that whatever messages are most pertinent that need to come through for those who need them the most, okay? So don't assume that, this is definitely your situation or your relationship. That would require a private reading. But what I'm seeing here is there's a relationship here where someone is a cheater. I'm just going to put it out there. Someone's cheating. Someone's lying. I almost want to say there's a sex addiction here. Okay. And they just kind of keep running out and running around. And you feel trapped in this relationship because you have feelings for this person and you want things to work, and you're analyzing everything that you've been through with this person, and you're like, God, I just really want it to work. What can I do different? Or what can we do different? Or it's kind of like you're putting the blame on yourself when you really should be blaming the other person. It's not you, it's them. They have a problem. They cannot be faithful. They're in and out all the time. They're not someone you can trust. And you have a decision to make this month, and I feel you don't want to make it, but you need to make it, because if you don't make it, you're going to feel left out in the cold. This person is just taking advantage of you and another person. Okay? If you look, we have three people in this card, right? One comes out the victorious one. It's the one who's cheating, because he's getting what he wants from both people. He's not emotionally invested in these people, but he's getting what he wants out of them. Then we have the Three of Swords, which shows three swords. There's three people in this situation. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, three people, again, in a situation. And here's you feeling undecided. How am I going to deal with this? I either stay with this person or I leave this person, but I don't want to have to make this decision. I'm not ready to let them go. You need to let them go. I feel like they lie to you, they deceive you, and it leaves you feeling like mentally bound. You know, they can even be mentally abusive, and they just aren't honest with you. And you know this, intuitively you know this, and that's why you're on guard with this person, but you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to have to let this go because you're afraid of the heartbreak. It needs to happen. The only way you can be successful and leave is if you make this decision that you need to make. Okay? So let me pull a few clarifying cards on this. Let's look at the Devil card first. This is that emotional being bound to this person, yeah? The cards are saying it right here. You need to leave a bad situation involving a couple, a sweetheart and a lover. You need to let it go because right now you're emotionally bound and it's a toxic relationship. Okay? Let's look at the Five of Swords. Oops. The only way you can win in this situation is by acting as your own advocate and being strong and soldiering on. You know, a soldier, when they're given orders, they're just meant to act. They're not meant to think about it and then act. They have to just act. And that's the message I'm getting here is you just need to rip off the Band-Aid kind of thing and not overanalyze it and talk yourself out of doing it. You just need to do it. You need to be in control of yourself in your life. Don't allow this person to have the power over you that you feel that they have, that binds you to this situation, both in the Eight of Swords and in the Devil card, we see it. And only by doing that will you have strength and have a victory. We see that with the Fortune card, and we see that with the Six of Wands, okay? That's the only way you can win out of this situation. Otherwise, you're going to be walking away like one of these people. Whoever it is, he or she, they're not going to stick around forever. They're not going to make some drastic change and become what you want them to be. They're just not. They are who they are, and they are the Knight of Wands, who is a very, he's a passionate lover, but he's one that's always on the run. He's one that's always looking for the next big thrill. He gets bored easily. You can't hold him down. Always looking for the next big thing, the next exciting thing. Okay? Again, you can't make this about you. It's about him or her. That's who they are.